Hello everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coins History Coins VC. If you love coins and want to know their real value, you're at the right place. On this channel, we explore rare, old, and valuable coins from the United States and around the world. We show you their history, interesting facts, and how much they are worth in today's market. Whether you are a collector, a beginner, or just curious, we bring coins to life for you. So sit back, enjoy, and let's discover some amazing coins together. Top 1. The United States of America Wheat Penny from 1935 with a D mint mark is a fascinating and historically rich coin that reflects both the artistry and economic conditions of early America. Officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, this coin was part of a long-running series first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln, making it the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure rather than symbolic imagery. The obverse, front, of the 1935 D penny displays a right-facing portrait of Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, whose initials VB can be found subtly on certain issues of the series. Above Lincoln's head is the word Liberty, while the year 1935 appears to the right, and the motto "In God We Trust" is inscribed along the top rim. Just below the date, the small D mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the primary mints responsible for producing circulating coinage in the western United States. The reverse back of the coin features the classic wheat ears design, which gives the coin its popular nickname, Wheat Penny. Two stylized stalks of wheat curve along the left and right edges, symbolizing prosperity and agricultural strength, while the center inscriptions read 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words is the motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, reflecting the unity of the states. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, which gives it a distinctive reddish-brown color when well preserved, although older coins often tone to brown over time due to oxidation. The standard weight of the coin is 3.11 grams, and it has a diameter of 19 millimeters, which remained consistent for Lincoln cents for many decades. The 1935 D Wheat Penny was minted during the period of the Great Depression, a time when the United States was recovering from severe economic hardship. Coin production during this era was often influenced by the nation's economic needs, and although millions of pennies were struck, their purchasing power was much greater than today. The Denver Mint produced approximately 47 million 1935 D pennies, making it a moderately common coin in circulated condition, though high-grade uncirculated examples are more desirable among collectors. Coins from this era were widely used in everyday transactions, meaning that many surviving examples show significant wear, which can affect their value. In terms of value, a 1935 D Wheat Penny can range from a small amount in heavily circulated condition to significantly higher prices if found in mint state with strong luster and minimal marks. Coins graded by professional services such as MS 65 or higher can be particularly valuable, especially if they display a rich red color, known in numismatics as red RD designation. Error coins, such as those with off-center strikes or die cracks, can also command premium prices depending on their uniqueness and condition. While the 1935 D is not considered one of the rarest wheat pennies, it remains an important piece for collectors completing a Lincoln cent collection. Historically, this coin represents a time when American coinage was both functional and symbolic, carrying messages of trust, unity, and national identity. The continued use of Lincoln's portrait reinforced his legacy as a unifying figure, particularly important during the economic struggles of the 1930s. Over time, the wheat penny design remained in circulation until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial Reverse in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. Today, the 1935 D Wheat Penny is cherished not only for its age but also for its connection to American history, art, and culture. Whether found in old collections, coin rolls, or inherited sets, it serves as a tangible link to a challenging yet formative period in the United States. Collectors and enthusiasts continue to seek out these coins, appreciating their design, historical context, and the stories they carry from nearly a century ago. Next, top 2. The United States of America Wheat Penny from 1939 with no mint mark is a classic and historically meaningful coin from the early Lincoln cent series, widely collected and appreciated by numismatists around the world. Officially known as the Lincoln Wheat Cent, This coin continues the iconic design first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. The 1939 penny carries forward this legacy during a time when the United States was emerging from the hardships of the Great Depression and approaching the global tensions that would soon lead to World War II. As such, this small copper coin represents not just currency, but a powerful symbol of resilience and continuity in American life. On the obverse front of the 1939 wheat penny is the familiar right-facing portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by the talented sculptor Victor David Brenner. His design is simple yet elegant, capturing Lincoln's thoughtful expression. Above the portrait is the inscription, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty appears to the left side. The year, 1939, is placed to the right of Lincoln's image. Since this coin has no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not use a mint mark on coins during that period. The absence of a mint mark is therefore not an error, but a standard feature indicating its origin. The reverse back of the coin displays the classic wheat ears design, which gives the coin its nickname, wheat penny. Two stylized wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, representing the agricultural strength and prosperity of the nation. Above these inscriptions is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many one. This design remained in use from 1909 until 1958 and is one of the most beloved coin designs in American history due to its simplicity and symbolism. The 1939 wheat penny is composed of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% consisting of tin and zinc, giving it a rich reddish tone when in well-preserved condition. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, standard for Lincoln cents of that era. Over time, exposure to air and handling causes many of these coins to turn brown, though collectors highly value examples that retain their original red luster. In terms of mintage, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 300 million pennies in 1939, making this coin quite common in circulated condition. However, high-grade uncirculated coins, especially those graded MS 65 or higher with a full red color designation, are much more desirable and can command higher prices in the collector market. From a historical perspective, the 1939 penny reflects a transitional period in American history. While the worst of the Great Depression had passed, economic recovery was still ongoing, and the country was beginning to shift its focus toward global events unfolding in Europe and Asia. Coins like this circulated widely in everyday commerce, used by ordinary Americans for basic transactions, which is why many surviving examples show signs of wear. Despite its commonality, the 1939 wheat penny holds strong appeal due to its age, design, and connection to a significant period in history. Collectors often seek the 1939 wheat penny as part of a complete Lincoln cent set, and while it is not considered rare, it is still an essential piece. Variations such as proof coins, specially struck for collectors, also exist for 1939 and are particularly valuable due to their sharp detail and mirror-like surfaces. Additionally, error coins, including doubled dies or off-center strikes, can significantly increase the coin's value depending on their rarity and condition. Overall, the 1939 no-mint mark wheat penny stands as a timeless representation of American coinage, combining artistic design, historical importance, and collectible value. Whether discovered in old coin jars, passed down through generations, or carefully preserved in collections, it remains a cherished artifact that connects modern collectors to the economic and cultural life of the United States in the next top 3. The United States of America wheat penny from 1941 with no mint mark is a classic example of early American coinage, rich in both historical importance and collectible appeal. Officially known as the Lincoln wheat cent, this coin continues the iconic design first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears on the obverse front of the coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the image of Lincoln is shown in a right-facing profile, symbolizing strength, unity, and leadership, values that were especially meaningful during the early 1940s. Above Lincoln's head is the inscription, "In God We Trust," while the word liberty appears to the left, and the year 1941 is displayed on the right side. Since this coin has no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place a mint mark on its coins at that time. The reverse back of the 1941 wheat penny features the well-known wheat ears design that gives the coin its popular name. Two stylized wheat stalks curve along the left and right edges, framing the central inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America. Above these words is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, representing the unity of the states. This reverse design remained in use from 1909 until 1958, making it one of the longest-running and most recognizable coin designs in U.S. history. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a distinctive reddish appearance when in mint condition, although many coins from this period have toned to brown over time due to circulation and environmental exposure. The standard weight of the coin is 3.11 grams, and it measures 19 millimeters in diameter. The year 1941 is particularly significant in American history, as it marked the final year before the United States officially entered World War II following the attack on Pearl Harbor in December. As a result, coins minted in 1941 represent the last full year of pre-war coinage, before metal compositions and minting priorities began to change due to wartime needs. The Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of pennies in 1941, over 880 million, making this coin quite common in circulated grades. Despite its high mintage, the coin remains highly collectible, especially in higher grades where details are sharp and the original red luster is preserved. In terms of value, the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is generally affordable for most collectors in circulated condition, often worth only a small premium above its face value. However, uncirculated coins in mint state, or higher, can be significantly more valuable, particularly those with a bright red color designation. Coins with fewer marks, strong luster, and sharp strikes are especially desirable. Additionally, error varieties such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks can increase the coin's value depending on their rarity and visual appeal. Proof coins were also produced in 1941, and these are much rarer and more valuable due to their limited mintage and superior quality. From a broader perspective, the 1941 wheat penny serves as a small but meaningful artifact of a pivotal moment in history. It circulated among everyday Americans during a time of uncertainty and transition, just before the nation entered a global conflict that would reshape the world. The continued use of Abraham Lincoln's image reinforced ideals of unity and perseverance, which were especially important during such challenging times. Today, collectors value the 1941 wheat penny not only for its design and composition, but also for the story it tells about America on the brink of war. In conclusion, the 1941 no-mint mark wheat penny is more than just a 1-cent coin. It is a symbol of American heritage, artistry, and resilience. Whether found in pocket change, inherited collections, or coin albums, it remains a treasured piece of numismatic history that continues to connect collectors to the past's next top four. The United States of America wheat penny from 1942 with a D mint mark is a historically significant and widely collected coin from the famous Lincoln wheat cent series, representing a crucial moment in American history during the early years of World War II. This coin continues the long-running design first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears on the obverse front. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it marked the first time a real historical figure was featured on a regular-issue U.S. coin. On the obverse of the 1942 D penny, Lincoln is shown in a right-facing profile, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," along the top edge, "Liberty" to the left, and the date 1942 to the right. Just below the date is the small D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major U.S. mints responsible for producing circulating coinage for the Western region. The reverse back of the 1942 D wheat penny features the classic wheat ears design that gives the coin its popular nickname. Two curved wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing agricultural prosperity and national strength. Above these inscriptions appears the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, which emphasizes unity among the states. This reverse design was used from 1909 until 1958 and remains one of the most beloved and recognizable coin designs in American numismatic history. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, giving it a reddish color when new, although many examples today have toned to brown due to oxidation and circulation. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, maintaining the standard specifications for Lincoln cents of that era. The year 1942 is especially important because it was the first full year of U.S. involvement in World War II following the attack on Pearl Harbor. During this time, the demand for copper and other metals increased significantly for military production, which would soon lead to changes in coin composition, most notably the introduction of the steel cent in 1943. As a result, the 1942 Wheat penny represents one of the last issues made with the traditional bronze composition before wartime adjustments took effect. The Denver Mint produced over 206 million pennies in 1942, making it relatively common in circulated condition, though still highly valued by collectors for its historical context and role in the transition to wartime coinage. In terms of value, the 1942 Wheat penny is generally affordable for beginner collectors in worn condition, often worth only a modest premium over its face value. However, coins in uncirculated condition with strong luster and minimal marks can be significantly more valuable, particularly those graded or higher with a full red designation. Collectors place a premium on coins that retain their original mint color and sharp details. Additionally, error coins, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or coins struck on experimental planchets, can command much higher prices depending on their rarity and condition. Some transitional error coins from 1942, though extremely rare, have attracted considerable attention among advanced collectors. Beyond its monetary value, the 1942 Wheat penny carries deep historical meaning. It circulated during a time when Americans were adjusting to wartime conditions, including rationing, industrial mobilization, and global conflict. Coins like this were used in everyday transactions, connecting ordinary citizens to the broader national effort. The presence of Abraham Lincoln's portrait served as a reminder of unity and perseverance, qualities that were vital during such a challenging period in history. Today, the 1942 Wheat penny remains a popular and accessible collectible, cherished by both beginners and experienced numismatists. It is often included in Lincoln cent collections and serves as an important link between pre-war and wartime coinage. Whether found in old coin jars, inherited collections, or purchased from dealers, this coin continues to tell the story of America during one of its most defining eras, making it not just a piece of currency, but a lasting symbol of history, resilience, and national identity. Next top 5. The United States of America Wheat Penny from 1945 with a D mint mark is a historically meaningful coin from the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, representing the closing chapter of World War II and a time of transition for the United States and the world. This coin continues the iconic design first introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears prominently on the obverse front. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it remains one of the most recognizable images in American coinage. On the obverse of the 1945 D penny, Lincoln is shown in a right-facing profile, with the inscription, "In God We Trust" above his head, the word liberty to the left, and the year 1945 to the right. Just below the date is the small D mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint. The reverse back of the 1945 Wheat penny features the classic wheat ears design, which had been in use since 1909. Two stylized wheat stalks frame the central inscriptions, 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing the nation's agricultural roots and economic strength. Above these words is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, reflecting the unity of the states. This simple yet powerful design remained in circulation until 1958, after which it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, returning to the traditional bronze alloy after the temporary use of zinc-coated steel in 1943 due to wartime copper shortages. The coin weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures 19 millimeters in diameter, consistent with other Lincoln cents of the period. The year 1945 holds great historical importance, as it marks the end of World War II, with Allied victory achieved after years of global conflict. Coins minted during this year, including the 1945 Wheat penny, circulated among Americans as the nation celebrated victory while also adjusting to peacetime conditions. The Denver Mint produced over 266 million pennies in 1945, making this coin relatively common in circulated grades. However, Despite its high mintage, it remains highly collectible due to its connection to such a pivotal moment in world history. Many of these coins were heavily used in everyday transactions, so finding well-preserved examples with sharp details and original luster can be more challenging. In terms of value, the 1945 Wheat penny is generally affordable for collectors in worn condition, often worth only a small premium above its face value. However, coins in uncirculated condition, particularly those graded or higher, can be significantly more valuable. Collectors especially prize coins with a bright red color designation, indicating that the coin has retained its original copper luster. Brown BN or red-brown RB coins are more common but typically less valuable. Additionally, error coins such as doubled dies, die cracks, or off-center strikes can command higher prices depending on their rarity and visual appeal. From a historical and cultural perspective, the 1945 Wheat penny is more than just a coin. It is a tangible link to a momentous time in history. It represents the resilience and determination of the American people during the final year of World War II, as well as the transition to a new era of peace and global influence. The continued use of Abraham Lincoln's image reinforced ideals of unity, freedom, and perseverance, values that were especially meaningful as the nation emerged from years of conflict. Today, the 1945 Wheat penny remains a favorite among coin collectors, both for its accessibility and its historical significance. It is an essential part of any Lincoln cent collection and serves as a reminder of the sacrifices and achievements of the World War II generation. Whether discovered in an old coin jar, passed down through generations, or carefully preserved in a collection, this coin continues to tell the story of America at a defining moment in its history, making it a cherished and enduring piece of numismatic heritage. Next, top 6. The United States of America Wheat Penny from 1946 with an S mint mark is a historically important and widely collected coin from the Lincoln Wheat Cent series, representing the first full year of American coinage after the end of World War II. This coin continues the iconic design introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, whose portrait appears on the obverse front of the coin. The design was created by Victor David Brenner, and it remains one of the most recognizable images in U.S. coinage history. On the obverse of the 1946 S penny, Lincoln is shown in a right-facing profile, with the inscription, "In God We Trust," along the upper rim, the word liberty to the left, and the year 1946 to the right. Just below the date is the small S mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. The reverse back of the 1946 S Wheat penny features the classic wheat ears design that gives the coin its popular nickname. Two stylized wheat stalks frame the inscriptions 1 cent and United States of America, symbolizing the agricultural strength and prosperity of the nation. Above these inscriptions appears the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, reflecting national unity. This reverse design had been in use since 1909 and would continue until 1958, making it one of the longest-running designs in American coinage. The coin is composed of 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, returning to the traditional bronze alloy used before wartime metal shortages. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and has a diameter of 19 millimeters, consistent with other Lincoln cents of the era. The year 1946 marks a significant transition period in American history. After the end of World War II in 1945, the United States shifted from a wartime economy to peacetime production. Factories that had been producing military equipment returned to manufacturing consumer goods, and everyday life began to stabilize. Coins like the 1946 S Wheat penny circulated widely during this time of rebuilding and adjustment. The San Francisco Mint produced over 198 million pennies in 1946, making this coin relatively common in circulated condition, though still an important piece for collectors due to its historical context. In terms of value, the 1946 S Wheat penny is generally affordable in worn condition, often worth only a small premium above its face value. However, coins in higher grades, especially those classified as uncirculated MS-63, MS-65 or higher, can be significantly more valuable. Collectors particularly seek examples with a bright red RD color designation, indicating that the coin has retained its original mint luster. Red-brown RB and brown BN coins are more common but usually less valuable. Additionally, coins with errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks, can command higher prices depending on their rarity and condition. From a historical and cultural perspective, the 1946 Wheat Penny represents a hopeful new chapter in American history. It reflects a time when the nation was recovering from the hardships of war and looking forward to a period of growth and prosperity. The continued use of Abraham Lincoln's image symbolized unity and resilience, values that remained important as the country moved into the post-war era. Today, the 1946 Wheat Penny remains a popular and accessible collectible, appreciated by both beginner and experienced numismatists. It is an essential part of any Lincoln cent collection and serves as a tangible link to the immediate post-war period in the United States. Whether found in old coin jars, inherited collections, or purchased from coin dealers, this coin continues to carry the story of a nation rebuilding and moving forward, making it not just a piece of currency, but a lasting